The fear of Iran is the beginning of World War III. Everybody is getting tired. We are waiting for the retaliation. We are waiting for Israel retaliation. It's over a week now. Israel have never retaliated back. So what is going on? Why are they keeping so long to retaliate back as they have vowed to do? Like I always tell you guys, any country that have a nuclear weapon is a direct threat to the United States and the West. And they will be completely afraid of you. Since they verified that Iran have tested their nuclear weapon and it was so devastating, so dangerous, so they have to keep far from Iran. Let me tell you, America is afraid now. They are pulling themselves out from that war in the Middle East because there was a mini earthquake that occurred in Iran a few days ago, and they went to verify that Iran have tested their nuclear weapon underground, and it was so devastating, so bad. So America is keeping themselves out from that war. They don't want to involve in anything nuclear weapon. They have tested nuclear weapon in a real combat. They have used nuclear weapon. They know the consequences of nuclear weapon. And they know that any harsh retaliation on Iran now will lead to a catastrophic consequences on the United States and in Israel. So they are afraid. Even though they have that nuclear weapon, exchanging nuclear weapon with their country will completely collapse the United States. And this is the end of American global hegemony. So they have withdrawn themselves from this war. They can only support. They don't want to fully involve themselves as they normally do. A fear of Iran is the beginning of World War III. Netanyahu vowed that he is the most superior. Let's watch and see what will really happen. The Arab world is now at the stage of reconciliation. All the whole Arab countries are coming together to unify themselves and close the chapter of disagreement between themselves, including Iran and Saudi Arabia, Jordan, UAE, and other Arab countries. They want to unify themselves to fight this war because it's a war between the Zionists and the Arab world. But Netanyahu wants to use most of the Arab country as a proxy to fight them. Now, it will be so very difficult for them to attack Iran because they can't use all this airspace. If you can't use UAE airspace, you can't use Saudi Arabia airspace, how can you get to Iran? Iran will engage them on a far distance because now Iran have the S-400. Russia-made anti-ballistic missile system have now been stationed on Iran. They are waiting for the retaliation. Israel have vowed to kill the Iran supreme leader and others. So all those things now, it will lead to a very big consequences on them because Iran have a very big stockpile of ammunition. Both the ballistic missile, the cruise missile. Now they have tested a nuclear weapon on a real combat. So now America need to be afraid because any country that have a nuclear weapon is a threat to them. They would rather be your friend than to be your enemy. If they be your enemy, they know what will come up to them. So now let me tell you, the war is at the age of neither reconciliation now or a nuclear war. Because Iran have vowed to retaliate. If Israel hit them bad, they are going to retaliate harshly on Israel. Last time, they sent more than 200 ballistic missiles into Israel. Israel have been trying to cover up what happened last time. That's why they have sent most of the Western media out from their country, including Al Jazeera. They are now controlling their own media so that they can cover up their propaganda. Iran really hit them bad. Over 70% of those missiles hit down on Israel. Where is the Iron Dome? Where is the Patriot defense system? So all those systems were there. Iran still hit them, destroy more than 20 F-16 fighter jets. All those fighter jets, they are not less than $80 to $100 million. But Iran destroyed more than 20 of them because they have hit all their air base that Israel have been using to attack other countries. They hit them so bad. They destroy all their ammunitions. But Israel have been trying to cover up all those news. They don't want the world to see. You see, trying to intervene harshly on Iran will lead to a very big problem on Israel. Because Iran have a very big stockpile of ammunition. They can destroy Israel. And now they have tested their nuclear weapon on a real combat. They will destroy those countries. And any country that try to intervene, like the United States, they will still retaliate back with a nuclear weapon. Now, it will be the end of the world global hegemony. So America need to think twice. Because without them, Israel cannot fight this war. Without the United States, Israel cannot fight this war. They are the ones supplying them both the fighter jet, the bunker busters, and every ammunition. So let them stop the war and make peace. Thank you and God bless you.
There is no question whatsoever that Saddam is seeking and is working and is advancing towards the development of nuclear weapons. No question whatsoever. And there is no question that once he acquires it, history shifts immediately. There is no question that he had not given up on his nuclear program, not whatsoever. There is also no question that he was not satisfied with the arsenal of chemical and biological weapons that he had and was trying to perfect them constantly. Saddam is hell-bent on achieving atomic bombs, atomic capabilities as soon as he can.
In this September 2002 congressional hearing, Netanyahu openly called for war on Iraq and insisted that a U.S. military invasion would be hugely beneficial for the entire Middle East.
If you take out Saddam's regime, I guarantee you that it will have enormous positive reverberations on the region. And I think that people sitting right next door in Iran, young people, and many others will say, the time of such regimes, of such despots, is gone. There is a new age, something new is happening.
In reality, the catastrophic and illegal U.S.-led war and occupation in Iraq set the region ablaze, destabilizing numerous countries, leading to the deaths of more than 1 million people, fueling extremist Salafi jihadist groups like Al-Qaeda, and eventually giving birth to ISIS. But Netanyahu was an absolutist. He declared that there was no other option but to dismantle the government in Baghdad.
2 decades ago, it was possible to thwart Saddam's nuclear ambitions by bombing a single installation. But today, nothing less than dismantling his regime will do. Because Saddam's nuclear program has fundamentally changed in those 2 decades. He no longer needs one large reactor to produce the deadly material necessary for atomic bombs. He can produce it in centrifuges the size of washing machines that can be hidden throughout the country. And I want to remind you that Iraq is a very big country.
Yet Netanyahu's lies didn't stop there. He also said the same of Iran and Libya.
The two nations that are vying, competing with each other, who will be the first to achieve nuclear weapons, is Iraq and Iran. And Iran, by the way, is also outpacing Iraq in the development of ballistic missile systems that they hope will reach the eastern seaboard of the United States within 15 years. Now the question is, what's your next step? Knowing that 3 of these nations are developing nuclear weapons. This is not a hypothesis. It is fact. Iraq, Iran, and Libya are racing to develop nuclear weapons.